great question. So it goes back to, pretty much the theme when it comes to defense that I've been talking about is distance. You know what? Create distance. When it comes to fighting with a guy with a knife, I highly recommend you don't fight. Run away, because you're not going to win. If two guys have a knife, everybody's going to get stabbed. In fact, statistically, anytime there's any kind of a knife incident with a knife, there's usually at least 2 sets of blood. The victim and the perpetrator's blood. Everybody gets stabbed in a knife fight or gets cut. So if you can't help it, don't engage anybody with a knife. If you don't have a choice, he's coming with a knife and there's nothing you can do, go back to the first principle of defense, and that is create distance. Create distance moving backwards. Again, I teach in some of the video series here that we've done. In fact, I'll demonstrate it on the range using the bug out bag, is using a push slide method. And if you look at some of the other series I've done, you'll see that as well, like in American Combat Karate, where I'm talking about a technique where you remain in what's called base, and then you're moving with your legs in a way that allows you to maintain your balance without tripping or falling, especially when you're moving backwards. So basically, we're going to create distance by moving backwards. Of course, if I create distance, I'm creating time and space that allows me to respond. The next thing you got to do is don't sit there and try to, do some kung fu moves and think you're going to take that knife from him. The best thing you can do is try to grab that knife hand and control it. And once you have control of it, don't lose control of it. Be aware that he might switch hands. He might try to take that knife out of his other hand. But you got to control the knife, and then what do? Now you start improvising. You can try running away again, and then he might chase you, and then you're going to have to go do this again. You might not get lucky the second time. So what I would do is control the knife hand and then start implementing other techniques like headbutts, forearm strikes, knee strikes, take them down to the ground. But I'm always managing the knife. That's the most important thing because I don't want it to end up in my body. And when it comes to a guy with a knife, you know what? I'm not going to, subdue you, and then I'm going to beat you senseless because I don't want to get stabbed with that knife. Because just like a punch, you can kill me with one stab of a knife. And if I don't have the option to escape, which is my first option, is to get out of there and run away, I'm going to take you out first. And I've got to do that by creating space or distance, which is time and space, allows me to respond appropriately, control the knife hand, and then counter with, blunt force, and take the guy out.
Hey, it's Jimbo over here at TRS Survival with another tip for you. This may be one of the most important tips you ever get if you're ever caught in an urban meltdown. Like say there was a complete breakdown of our modern society, like if the power grid went down for a long time or something like that. Our own government estimates that within 6 months of a massive power grid failure, a shocking 90% of urban Americans will die. Are you ready for something like this? Most guys aren't, or they think they are, but they're really not. Mainly because they've been listening to and getting bad advice from the wrong people. Because while some folks will band together and help each other, most people will simply panic and resort to looting, brutality, and even murder to survive. You can imagine how desperate and dangerous things are going to get. Which is why I brought in former Delta operator and Green Beret Dale Comstock to give you the real scoop. Dale's been a combat soldier for over 30 years, and he's seen up close and personal what really happens when a modern society like ours suddenly comes to a crashing halt. It's not pretty, and the survival of you and your family will have little to do with bushcraft skills or what kind of tree bark is safe to eat. So Dale will show you 2 vital survival tips. Number 1, he'll show you exactly what gear and supplies you should pack in your bug-out bag or rucksack, and it's probably not what you think. Most people don't have anything like this ready, or they load up their sacks with the wrong kind of equipment and survival gear. These mistakes can cost you your life, but now you'll know precisely what you have to have ready and what you can do without. And number 2, you'll discover how to operate as a military patrol unit in a live combat situation. Okay, these are advanced military combat tactics almost never taught to civilians. It's intensive instruction that will have you and your buddies or your family operating like a well-oiled combat-ready commando unit. Okay, I wish I could show these videos to you right here, right now, but I can't. I can't risk having my channel banned. But you can get them all for free. Just click on the link in the description. I'll see you there.
Thanks for watching our video lessons here at TRS Direct. Hit the like button down below and consider subscribing to our channel here on YouTube. Hit the bell icon and we'll send you a notification when there's a new lesson available. Thanks again for watching.